Hey everyone, how's it going? And on today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at this, Sean Long's signature guitar from Charvel. Hey everyone, how's it going? And welcome to the channel. And if you are a new viewer, at any time that you would like to subscribe, follow, hit the notification, leave a comment, I would greatly appreciate it. It really helps me out, helps the channel out, and just gets the word out. And for all you who keep coming back, you all are awesome, and thank you all so much. So on today's episode, we are going to finally be taking a look at this. Yes, this is Sean Long's signature guitar from Charvel, and I know I've had it for a good amount of time, and it's just, my goodness, it's such an amazing guitar. It really is. This is the first Charvel that I've ever owned, and I can see why Charvel is such a strong name when it comes to guitars. They make some amazing guitars. So for a lot of you, if you don't know who Sean Long is, he is the lead guitar player for the band While She Sleeps, which is a phenomenal band. If you haven't heard of them, go ahead and take a listen to some of their songs. I think Systemic is probably my favorite song from them. But anyways, so this is Sean's signature guitar from Charvel, and I have to say that there are some things about this that it's kind of interesting because it's not my typical type of guitar that I would normally pick up, but I'm a huge fan of Sean Long, and this thing has just been on my radar for a very long time. So with that, let's just go ahead and get into the demo. I'm running this guitar straight into my interface. I am using the Audio 1111 on the default preset for this demo, and let's just go ahead and hear what this thing sounds like. Alright, so let's go ahead and talk about the specs of this awesome guitar. I'm going to do my best. I may not hit everything, but I'll pull up a spec sheet towards the end so you can take a look at all of that. But what we have here is an alder body with a nice black gloss finish. You have a one-piece maple neck. It is a bolt-on construction. You have jumbo stainless steel fronts, not extra jumbo, they're just jumbo size. You have a rolled fingerboard edge. There are no inlay markers on this, which I know for some is going to be a problem, but I think it's pretty nice and clean. What you do have are the biggest Lumenlay side dots that I have ever seen. These things are awesome. For the bridge, we have a Charvel hardtail. It is a string through construction as well, which is pretty awesome. I have to say, of all the guitars that don't have an Evertune bridge, this one stays in tune the best. It really does. You also have Charvel locking tuners on the back, which are so easy to use. And then of course, let's not forget the highlight. You have this amazing 57 EMG in the bridge and a 66 in the neck, which also has the truss rod adjustment right here at the edge of the fingerboard. You have just one knob, volume, and that's it. Three-way selector, and you're good to go. Alright, so what else can I say about this thing? It's just so much fun to play. Honestly, if you're looking for a Charvel, and I know that Charvel has a lot of floating bridges, if you're looking for a hardtail one, this is the one. I am telling you, you cannot go wrong with this guitar. One of the reasons that this video has taken me so long to actually make is just because legit, I have just been playing this thing so much. It's so much fun to just jam on, lose yourself in it, and it feels great. It really does. It's not too heavy. The neck is probably my favorite neck that I have ever played on any guitar. Now, I know for some, not having inlays is going to be a deal breaker for them, but I do know that there are some companies out there that make inlay markers. So if you want to try that, you can, and you could probably take this to a shop and they could probably do some inlays for you. All right, so what are my final thoughts about this guitar? And I have to say, if this was my first guitar, oh my goodness, this is so playable. Okay, so what are my final thoughts about Sean Long's signature guitar? Well, one, it's his, not mine, and I have to say that he did an amazing job. Honestly, there's nothing more that I could probably have done. Maybe add some inlay markers to that, but at the same time, I like how there's nothing there. I like the simplicity of it. The neck is by far my favorite neck on a guitar that I have ever tried. Hands down. This thing is just so smooth and it feels great. When you're playing this thing, it's so awesome. The sonic sound that this thing creates is just unlike anything that I have ever tried. This set of the 57 and 66 just knocks it out of the park. Now, when I was saying that there's a little bit of a surprise about this thing, and that is just due to the fact of the 66 pickup. It's not so piercing when you switch the guitar over to the neck pickup. The 66 just has this kind of over-rounding note sound, if that makes sense. I know guitars, we tend to verbalize what we hear and not really use words. Honestly, if you are looking for a Charvel that's not a floating bridge, this is the guitar that you want. I know it can be a little pricey, but it is so worth it. It really is. Everything from the 57 and 66 pickup, especially to this neck, it is just so good. They really did knock it out of the park with this one. I have to say, of all the guitars that I have ever played that are not V's, this is by far my favorite one. I still find myself playing this thing more than all my other guitars because of the sound quality, the neck feel, and the playability. It just feels, every time I pick it up, it has some form of excitement to it. So with that, everyone, that concludes this video. If you have any questions, comments, concerns about this guitar, go on ahead, leave them down below. So with that, everyone, I'm going to get on out of here. I got another video to do. You can probably guess what it's about if you're paying attention, but if not, just stay tuned, hit subscribe, hit the bell, turn all those notifications on, follow me on Instagram, I'm also on TikTok, and yeah, let's hang out sometime over on Twitch. But until then, thank you all again so much for coming by, hearing what I have to say, even though it's mostly rambling, and I greatly appreciate you. So you all have a fantastic day, and I'll see you all again in the next video.